The Perils of Engaging with the Taliban left sign India's diplomatic dilemma. The recent visit of Amir Khan Muttaqi, the acting foreign minister of Taliban-ruled Afghanistan, marks a turning point in India's diplomacy. His meetings in Delhi and visit to the historic Darul Uloom Deoband reflected both symbolism and strategy. For India, this engagement is about balancing principles with realpolitik, weighing its security concerns, regional influence, and economic interests against its moral unease with the Taliban. To understand this, we must revisit the Taliban's history. When the Taliban first seized Kabul in 1996, they imposed one of the world's harshest regimes, banning girls' education, persecuting minorities, and enforcing extreme religious codes. Their alliance with Al-Qaeda made them the global face of terror. After their fall in 2001, India supported the democratic Afghan government, investing over $3 billion in rebuilding infrastructure, education, and governance. But when the Taliban returned to power in 2021, India faced a dilemma. While the group now projects moderation, little has changed on the ground. Women remain excluded, dissent is crushed, and floggings have returned. Still, New Delhi reopened its embassy and resumed limited engagement. Why? Primarily to check China's growing presence, counter Pakistan's waning but persistent influence, and ensure Afghan soil isn't used for anti-India terror activities. However, this engagement carries serious risks. History shows how India once befriended Pakistan's General Ziaul Haq, only to see that nation descend into neutralist extremism and military dominance, a warning India cannot ignore. The Taliban's deep ties with Pakistan's ISI remain intact. If that next revives, terror outfits like Jaish-e-Mohammed and Lashkar-e-Taiba could find new ground in Afghanistan. Beyond geopolitics, the Taliban also represent a moral challenge. They are not just political actors, but a militant movement rooted in theocratic supremacy. Aligning with such a regime risks diluting India's image as a secular democracy and may create dangerous perceptions at home. The warm reception Mr. Muttaqi received at Deoband has been exaggerated by parts of the media, suggesting Indian Muslims support the Taliban, a claim far from truth. Most Indian Muslims reject Taliban ideology. Yet, such portrayals can deepen mistrust and strain Hindu-Muslim relations. The government must handle this narrative carefully to prevent communal polarization. Ultimately, India's outreach to the Taliban is more than a foreign policy test. It is a question of how far we can go in pursuing strategic interests without compromising moral clarity. The short-term benefits or intelligence cooperation and regional leverage must be weighed against long-term costs to India's values and social cohesion. As Najeeb Jung reminds us, engaging with the Taliban is a perilous path. India must play the game of power politics, but do so without losing moral compass that has long defined its international identity.